All right, y'all. So here's why I stopped watching the news. So I've realized that the news is just fear mongering. And what that means is the news isn't actually about information. It's not about actually telling you clear, clean cut information that you can use and interpret and be like, okay, I know about this. I can use this in my daily life. It's not about that. It's really just about keeping your attention, keeping your viewership. So what that means is the news isn't actually about informing you. It's about keeping your attention. So what is the best way to keep your attention? It's to put fear in you. It's to make things seem bigger than they are and to say all this crazy stuff is going on. This person is crazy. They have to use all this kind of language and almost exaggerate the truth. Because that's the only way you'll be willing to watch. Because normally the news would just be boring. If they told you the clear-cut truth, facts, no filter, no anything, they just said, this is what it is, this is what's going on, and added no kind of exaggeration to it, then you could actually interpret the news and be like, okay, cool, I can use this information. But every news station has its own personal agenda, and the news is just trying to keep your attention. And the news actually bringing you information falls all the way through the cracks. And quite honestly, the worst part about all of this, and the main reason why I stopped watching the news, I know maybe a lot of you young guys don't watch the news at all, but just if you do, and this is kind of personal to me, so I thought it was interesting to talk about. But the main thing really was, it's all about stuff you have no control over. Why are you wasting time watching something about tons and tons and tons of different stuff that you have no control over? And generally, what's going on in the news has nothing to do with your life, if you really think about it. I know for some people, for some jobs, obviously, if you're trying to become like a news anchor or something, or a journalist, yeah, okay, then it makes sense to watch the news, right? But I'm talking for you guys, but the vast majority, I would assume, are not trying to be like that. So there's really no point in you watching the news when all the news tells you, hey, we have all this crazy shit going on and you have no control over it. So now you're literally just sitting here afraid or worried or scared because you watch all this news and you can't do anything about it. Don't you think that's like a really bad feeling to have to go through your life and your daily life with that when you sit there and watch the news? Oh my God, look at all this terrible shit going on that I can't do shit about. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point in that? All it does is ruin your day and ruin your mood. And all that good energy and positive, productive energy that you could have to work on your goals that are actually important to you and actually relevant to your life, and you focusing on controlling what you actually can control, which is relevant to your life and will increase the happiness of your life, you'll sit there, you'll watch the news for a second, it'll tell you all this crazy shit going on, and now your mood kind of changes, because now you're like, man, look at all this shit I have no control over, that now I have to sit here and feel bad about for a little bit, that is taking my attention away from the things I actually can control. So if you are currently watching the news right now, I would highly, 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 highly suggest that you stop. There's no point in watching something that first you have no control over, and second, isn't even telling you clear-cut information and is mostly just exaggerating the truth so you continue to watch it. So stop watching the news, my friend.